tukaambia the nurses, don't tell us the gender, just write it somewhere, we are going to give our friends watuangalie and then they to reveal on our gender reveal. Acha nikwambia tutafika kwa gate ya hosi. Tulikuwa tushachungulia tukaona ni boy. Mimi nafika hosi nikasikia mama mwingine ana deliver and she was really screaming. This lady traumatized me. Do you know my labor ilipotea kabisa.
How are you great people? I hope that you're fine. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Kama kawaida, my name is Wangedi Modoni and I'm so excited to see you. Welcome on board. In case you're new here, kindly make sure that you do subscribe. And guys, as I told you, we have a whole new episode of Yes I Do, where we get to hear stories of how people met, how they planned their wedding, how they're planning their marriage, how they're planning everything to do with love, and how they're experiencing this amazing gift of love. And yes, as we start off today on our very first episode, I am joined by a very beautiful beautiful mother. And today our very first episode, let me just say a bit, is all about parenthood. We are talking about parenting, and our guest is going to share more on her parenting journey, how the experience being a first-time mother, how was the experience for her. Without much ado, let me get into it and have our guest introduce herself.
Hello good people, I'm called Anne Murugindegwa. A few things about me, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a good friend to Lucy Wangedi, and I'm blessed to be here in this episode, especially I'm in the first episode, you guys. I'm so honored.
You're starting us off.
Yeah, imagine I'm starting you guys off. So I'm so honored to be here with you guys. Yeah.
I know that we know you, and to say, I know you didn't say this, but she was my high school best friend. I don't know if she's still my best friend or not.
You tell me. You tell me.
We are going to see after this if she's still my best friend, because my friend, okay, I'm so excited to have you on board, especially being the very first episode. Now, to me plan for this thing from, hey, my friend, I wasn't even married.
Maybe it's way back. Tulianza hii maneno kitambo. I think after I had my baby.
I think I was dating back then.
Oh yeah.
So it's like last year. It should be last year. Around last year. But we thank God, here we are.
We thank God actually.
And at least I know I won't be so much away from.
Yeah, at least like finally happening.
So let us start off. And of course, before we talk about the parenting, there's that journey. Of course, there's someone. We want to know about this special someone in your life. How did you guys meet? When was that? And what is that special moment that you can remember in your first dating time?
Okay, to be honest, I can't really recall the actual day, but for him he remembers. It was around October 2018. This guy, kawaida mimi nikisimamishwa na guys kwa barabara, I don't stand. So this guy, my mom had aka grocery shop mahali kwa stage, and vile nashikanga story yake ni he saw me and he had to stand there waiting for me nitoke kwa my mom for like 15 minutes, na mimi tu nimebangaiza hapo, like I'm not moving. Then after I started moving, my sis was like, cause I was with my sis and my bro. So my sis was like, hey, those guys over there, cause alikuanga na beshte yake, those guys over there wako na ka agenda, but tutembee mbio. So the faster we walk, the faster wanakuja. So aka cross barabara akakuja kwa akaniambia, hey miss, can I have a minute? I need the approach ikakoleza, can I have a minute? Like we are asking for my permission, nikupe a minute uniongeleshe. So akaanza, can I naitwa Ken. By then mimi nishika ni Kevin. Afu hiyo time Kevin alikuwa na kasifa. So ati naitwa Ken, I just wanted to know you. Can I have your number? And I'm like, no, you can't have my number. Maybe you give me your number and I'll get back to you. And we all know that does not happen. So akanitolea business card yake, and I was like, this guy.
Okay.
And a business card. Okay, this is not kawaida.
Yeah.
Nikaichukua, but then he still insisted, but hata kama nimekupea business card yangu, please just give me your number. Sijui kenye liniambia tu just give him your number, you'll just ignore his calls ama his messages. So I gave him my number. And after 5 seconds azikuisha after tumeachana, he called. And he was like, oh, I was just confirming that was your number. So nikamwambia okay, sawa. And from then he akakuwa persistent kunicall, kunitext. Like unaona nikaa unakunywa dawa asubuhi, lunch, hivyo. Alikuwa ananitafuta hivyo, anani-call, anani-text. He wanted to take me out, and then I was seriously dodging his invites. From kunipeleka on a coffee date, lunch date. Sometimes I would even lie that siko home. And then there was parties kwa mamake, nika walking distance from where we lived. Ilikuwa tuka walking distance, so ni place angenipata tu mara moja hata nikimdanganya. So I used to dodge his invites. I'm like, siko niko Karen, siko niko huku. And he used to be like, by the way, let me come with an Uber, let me come pick you up. Sasa niko kwa nyumba, I'm just lying. So sijui ilienda hivyo tu. Then siku moja kafika, I'm like, let me just give him a chance, let me go for this date, anashinda mimi. Hapo ndio msichana alianza kutekewa.
Wow, nice. And how was your first date?
First of all, nilichelewa because I wasn't really to be honest, I wasn't really into this guy. I was like, this guy, no, Mr.
You're not sure, you don't want him.
In fact, I was from a heartbreak.
Oh.
The previous month, nikonga nime have such a bad heartbreak. So I was like, man, I don't want such. Sitaki kusikia wanaume karibu na mimi. So nikakaa hivi, nikaenda tu hiyo date, but nilichelewa. But kitu ilinibamba na yeye, hata kama nimefika like 2 hours late, he was still smiling at me like, wow, welcome. Nini, and akanipeleka place tukakula nyama choma. But ananiosha kwa so excited. Hii kitu ilinibamba because I'm like, hey, this guy, kwani I take no for an answer. So after that akaniita ingine, and then the third one aliniita for a walk. We went for a walk. And then after going for a walk, he invited me to his place. He prepared ka fruit salad kengine akakumbukanga, and then he never made any moves, any inappropriate moves. So I was like, hey, this guy, he's not like other guys wenye ukiingia tu kwao wanaanza kuwa touchy and all. He was so cool. Kumaza kula matunda akanizindikisha.
Wow.
Akaniingiza kwa gari akanizindikisha hapo, and then he used to zindikisha me hadi kwa gate ya kwetu, and it was a distance kutoka from where he lived. So tulienda hivyo tu. I think I got so comfortable. Kind of I started falling for him. Nikaanza sasa kuwa a frequent visitor. In around November 18th ndio I think
the same year 2018.
Ndio nikamwambia, by the way, okay, you've been asking me to be a girlfriend. I think I can try it.
Okay, what are the things that made you feel like this man must be the right man for you?
One, he's a serious gentleman. He is a gentleman.
Okay, what do you mean by serious gentleman?
Like, you see, you'll know a gentleman in how he treats you as a lady. Kuna venye anakuhandle. In this, just how he shows you that, by the way, I got your back. Na hiyo saa nachukua hata tuna date, but already anakuonyesha, by the way, you already feel like this is someone you can rely on. This is someone anaweza kuwa there for you in your time of need. Anaweza he's very polite, by the way. I love how polite this guy is. Because atashinda amekuwa yeye anaweza tu kuapologizea, like akikurong. Not so many men will do that. Like unaona ni mtu hayuko there kukutake advantage. He is responsible, very responsible. So those are some. He's good looking.
I'm a witness. He is.
She is a witness. So niliangalia these things and I'm like, maybe I can think about this guy. But then since tulikuwa tumepanga till it's marriage, it was just like dating.
Okay, how long did you date before you decided to like settle down for marriage?
Hatukumaliza mwaka. So 2018 ndio tulianza kudate. So November 2019 2018 ndio tulianza kudate. 2019 27th of November ndio I moved in na yeye. But then it was after nime conceive.
Oh.
But in July 2nd, he had proposed. But siku hizi namwambianga, hey, babe, you know, this proposal, you don't feel it. You know, you should do something like maybe get down on one knee, because I never saw that. I feel like it's something you should learn. So yeah, I am usually expecting it, but he had proposed. He had proposed in July 2nd. Yeah, I think hapo ndo nilianza to get some clarity that this is a guy that I might consider to settle naye. Yeah.
Nice.
And then now in November 27th, they just moved into his house. Wow. After we conceived, and when he knew that I had conceived, he was like, by the way, come to my house, we need to raise this kid together. And he was very confident.
So by the time you people were settling down, you had already conceived?
Yeah, I had conceived.
Okay, how did you find out that you already conceived?
Actually, it was such a fun way of finding out, because nile tu tulikuanga tunaenda, in fact nilikuwa nimeacha kwenda church yetu, nilikuwa nataka kwenda church na yeye akaacha kwenda yao, so tukatafuta a neutral church and mimi na yeye tunaenda pamoja. So hii siku nilikuwa natoka kwetu naenda kwake, ni distance car ya 30 bob. Natoka kwetu naenda kwake ili tuende church pamoja. We have breakfast together, then we go to church. So on this day, kwa matatu, nikiwa shule na feel, mimi nasikia kiusingizi, nasikia kulala. So I used to go to school, but naenda tu kulala. I'm like, I'm not okay, I think I'm sick. Because kulala si ya kawaida.
It's too much.
And then he had given me a key to his house. Nikiwa na this key to his house, I used to go sleep, cook for him and stuff. I had already become a wife. So I used to go to his house and sleep so much each time. So fast forward, this Sunday, nikiwa kwa matatu, kuna dereva na makanga. Nilikuwa nimekaa hapa kwa dereva, wanaanza kucheza, nikawa napigana hapo karibu na mimi. Then nilipinduka tu, I'm like, by the time mtachezea hapa karibu na mimi. And kama unanijua vizuri Lucy, zinanga hiyo confidence. And I was like, mtachezea hivyo hapa karibu na mimi, nimchezee kando na mimi mbali. So nikakaa nikajisikiza, I'm like, hey, confidence imetoka, tunaambiwa nakasirika hivyo. So yule dereva kaniambia, ni mchezo tu, relax madam. Nikamwambia hapana, msichezee hapa. Nikafika kwa nyumba hiyo siku, sijui, I think I was feeling so sleepy. Nikamwambia Ken, oh my god, I'm mentioning his name. Nikamwambia like let's just sleep, me just feel like sleeping, let's have breakfast and tulale. So hiyo jioni akinizindikisha saa nikienda kwetu, we had like a slight argument. I started crying, some serious crying, and then I had not had the monthly whatever, that salary that women receive. So with the Ken, vile naona unajua bado sija have my monthly salary. So hebu tupitie kwa ile chemist. Sasa hizo naenda kwa barabara nikilia. Naenda kwa barabara nikilia. Akaniambia, kwani unaona aje? Nikamwambia mimi vile naona, in fact I woke up, acha nikurudishe nyuma kidogo. I woke up tukiwa tumelala, nikamwambia Ken, yani tumelala tuko usingizi, kiti chini, nikamwambia Ken, wewe tuweza kwa tuko na ball. Then I went back to sleep. Akakaa akaniangalia and then akaendelea kulala. So hiyo jioni vile we have an argument, so mimi sinalia. Mwambie tuende kwa ile chemist pale, I want to test for pregnancy and all. Kaniambia it's okay. So we are just having a walk, tukienda hapo akiniongelesha, and let me tell you, I have such a my hubby, God bless him. So kufika hapo I took a test, kukaa nikaambiwa kako. And then that your pharmacist akauliza usikatoe nini. I'm like, I'm not even thinking kukatoa. I'm just in shock, like by then I was 22 years old. So nilikuwa in shock. So nikatoka, tena kaniangalia and akaongeza hata niuliza. Nikatoka nje. Kaniambia, so what are the results? But I can already tell from your face. Kami, it's positive. We are pregnant. And you know what he did? Hii ndio ilifanya sani. This guy ni mchagwe kabisa. Imagine he just hugged me. Kaniambia, that's our baby. We are going to raise him.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's how our journey began.
Wow. And how was it like? What was going through your mind at that moment you just found out I'm pregnant?
I
Were you feeling? Were you scared? Were you?
No, for some reason I wasn't scared, but I was confused. I had a mixture of confusion and excitement, and I don't know. I was confused because ndo tu nimeturn 22 years, and then boom, I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant.
So I was confused. I was lost for some time. In fact, akinizindikisha alikuwa naona tu vile niko lost. I was super lost and confused, but kuna kale kakitu kalikuwa kananipea tu peace kwa roho nikifikiria ni mtoto wa huyu jamaa. So I'm like,
he got my back.
This guy, maybe.
Okay, now that you actually you're getting pregnant, you are living with your parents. I know your dad.
You know my dad.
I know
my dad.
I know your dad. How did you tell your parents that you're expectant?
First of all, I had some serious morning sicknesses. Harufu ya kitunguu my sister sikuwa hata kuisikia mahali. So you can imagine chakula kipiko nilikuwa natoka nje ama nachungulia kwa dirisha nipigwa na upepo. So nikaona hiki kitu sitaficha for long. Do you know what I did? Nikienda shule siku moja nikaambia my dad nataka kufuata kwa ofisi. Hiyo time sijaambia hata my mom, sijaambia, but I had told my sister. Sijaambia my mom. Nikafuata my dad kwa ofisi. My dad hataka kuniuliza ni nini. Akaenda tu na mimi kwa ofisi yake. Tukifika kwa ofisi nikamwambia sir dad, I have a boyfriend. And we're expecting a baby together. My dad amejishika tu hivi. Aniangalia. Ananiambia baba mtoto anasema nini? Nikamwambia for him anataka we raise the kid together. Hivyo ndo amekwambia ama ndio unafikiria wewe? Nikamwambia hivyo ndo ameniambia anataka we raise the kid together. Haya, anazaliwa lini? Nikamwambia sometime in June, July hapo. Kaniambia so ndio unaanza. Nikamwambia kaniambia ni sawa, umeambia mamako? Nikamwambia hapana. By then my mom and I hatukwanga really in good terms. Nikamwambia hapana, sijaambia mom bado, tunaogopa. Like imagine I fear to tell my mom kuliko my dad. So akaniambia okay, basi tell her when you're comfortable. We'll keep it a secret for now.
That was nice.
We'll keep it a secret for now until uko comfortable kumwambia. But I don't know how my mom got to know.
Of course, she has been there before.
She was just like, I confront my dad one morning nikiwa nimelala and I heard her saying, hii mimba mlikuwa mnafikiria mtaificha hadi lini?
Seriously?
Yeah, and I was like, sasa ameattack dad and I'm like, sasa nimeingiza dad kwa shida. Akamwambia sasa unajua mimi akiniambia nisiseme, nitanyamaza tu kwanza hadi akwambie mwenyewe. Akasema ni sawa. Sasa my mama kaningoja. Mimi sasa vile nilisikia hiyo conversation na dad nikajua hapa lazima niongee. Hapa lazima nijiseme. Nikamwambia mama mimi na expect mtoto. Mama wako na tendency ukimwambia kitu kaya anakuangalia tumbo. Aniangalia tumbo. Aniangalia ile macho ya nilikwambia tu. So I was like, okay mom, I'm expecting but Ken anataka mtoto wake, anataka kuishi na mtoto wake. So akanijamia like for 2 days. By then alikuwa na grocery shop. So aliona sikuli, juu nalemwa kukula. Alikuwa anaenda anakuja tu matunda ananiletea. Ananipikia kauja lakini aniongeleshi. But you see a mother atakuchunga tu hata kama amekuja. But kutoka hiyo time alijam tu like for 2 days and then aka move on. And then she started taking good care of me, like seriously. Until sasa nikafika point I'm like, maybe by the way I want to move out. My husband is calling me, I need to move out.
Okay, your situation was good, huh? I'm now imagining there's another lady out there. She just realized that she's pregnant and she's like, how do I even start telling my parents? What can you tell her?
Usiogope. Trust me, mtoto si ugonjwa. Usiogope. Like a baby is one blessing that in fact after you get that baby ndio realize hakuna hata haja ya kumficha. Because unajua mtu akiwa expectant una feeling wacha nijifiche, watu wasinijudge, wacha sijui nifanye, but trust me people will judge you. Hata ukikaa ile njia wanasemanga inakubalika, people will still judge you. So if you are pregnant right now, you don't know how to pass the message to your parents. I know it's hard, but just try, gather the courage, and believe in yourself. And if you show your parents by the way you have this, you got this, hata kama you're not financially stable, but show them that you're going to be responsible for your kid. trust me, hakuna mzazi mnyama to an extent anaweza kukasirikia forever juu ya kupata mtoto. Mtoto ni baraka.
Yeah, sure.
Si waidanganywa na mtu. Yeah.
There's also this maybe another lady. In your case, your hubby accepted your child. There's maybe another lady. She just realized that she's pregnant. She told the boyfriend that, you know what, I'm pregnant. You know, job venye wanafanya ile kitu. And then that's the situation that she's in. How can you encourage her?
Repeat, mtoto ni baraka. And if the guy hana interest na wewe ama na mtoto, please, don't believe in begging ati mtu apende mtoto wake. Let him go. Let him move on to the next. Because clearly, okay, sitaki kuongea mbaya, lakini I usually like something about guys who wanapoteanga madem juu ya ball does not sit well with me. Nitakwambia to don't beg that guy. Move on. Trust me, that baby will give you the strength that you need to move on. And for some reason, as a mother, unajipata that you always have that strength and strong will ya could do the most just to keep your baby okay and safe.
And it's actually very sad that you can actually know that a lady is pregnant for you and unakata mtoto. And you're like, no, it's not my child.
You're so
and
sure.
You're so sure it's no, that's very bad.
It's sad that in the world we live in, like men, some men, we don't generalize them. Some men just do that, and I feel like, okay, sitasema saa zingine I usually feel like ni uoga, or maybe they are not ready, but ataka uko ready, take responsibility. Both of you should take responsibility. Mtoto si wa mtu mmoja, mtoto ni wa kila mtu, yani ni wa the both of you.
So after that, now let's get to your story now. You have started your parenting journey. No. We just discovered you're pregnant, you're moving in with your hubby, and now you start a life. How was it for you? How was the first trimester, the second one, and the third? And which was the most challenging for you? How was the, maybe, you know, the people who get hizo mood swings zako maybe zilipungua ama ziliongezeka? How was the experience for you?
Okay, for me, the first trimester was hell. In fact, it pushed hadi those symptoms of first trimester, it pushed up to 5 months.
5 months.
It pushed at 5 months. So it was hell for me. Can you imagine that saliva in your mouth ikiwa disgusting? Harufu ya matatu, like you can even feel harufu ya engine. It used to be so pathetic. And then by then na transit na nilikuwa naenda shule, so from Utawala to Thika, almost on a daily. So it used to be so bad for me. Hakuna tulikuwa inaingia kwa mdomo. Sitaki kuona kitunguu kwa chakula. So you can imagine chakula bila kitunguu ama kitunguu imeblendiwa. Watu kwa plot utaki kusikia wakipika. Unasikia umejam. So it was so hard for me. By the first trimester was hell. It was hell. Always nilikuwa na hizo morning sicknesses. Backaches, nilikuwa na backaches, headaches, and then I couldn't understand what. Nilikuwa worried kila saa because this was a new experience for me. I was so emotional. So emotional. So, yeah, let's just say the first trimester was
hectic.
In fact, when I think of getting another baby and then I remember the first trimester, I'm like, no.
Let me take a break kwanza. And how was the second trimester?
Second trimester was the best for me. I loved this because hapa sasa nimeanza kukula. Nataka kila kitu sasa. Although I never had this cravings ati nasikianga toko na hii craving ya hii sana. Although ilikuanga ile ya leo najisikia kula hii. And then hiyo kesho sijisikii nayo. Kesho asikia kitu tofauti. Yeah, so for me it was that way. Nilikuwa na feel vizuri. I feel like I looked extra pretty yeah, I had this cafe skin and I feel like second trimester was the best for me. Although nilikuwa nasikia nikifika hapo 6 months, I was a bit tired, but it was a good experience hapo second trimester. And sina much complain about second trimester. That trimester, tuanze na kuchoka. Nilikuwa nimechoka. Nilikuwa emotional. I used to cry like for no apparent reason. I don't know if it happens to all ladies, but for me,
okay, what were the things driving you to cry?
I don't know, like mostly vitu very small. Zilikuwa vitu kidogo sana. So I used to be like, maybe Ken will do something that afanye kitu intentionally. Maybe nimwambie I am craving this so much, and then aende asinilete hiyo akiniambia maybe anataka ni maintain good health na mimi amwisha kitu cake, ice cream. I'll feel so bad, I'll even cry. I'm like, you don't love me. Like, but these are things, naona kama watu wanaona kama ni watu kujifanya, but these are actual things that happen. So nilimwambia tu, me by the a good thing was alikuwa understanding, ali get kuni understand your time. Yeah, backaches, kuna zingine zinaitwa Brixton Hicks, zilikuwa zinaniuma. Sasa zingine I feel weird things that I've never felt. Like sijui lightning kinaenda wapi. Like it used to be so weird. And then these morning sicknesses zilianza kurudi that trimester. Yeah. So I was tired, and then I used to have two pigments, color pigments, especially kwa mguu. Side moja niko darker than the other. So this side niko dark, this side niko light. Yeah, nilikuwa na pigments mbili kwa mwili.
Wow, okay. So, how was the relationship between you and Ken during that period?
It was beautiful. I must say it was beautiful because Ken alikuwa very supportive. He was so supportive because hata clinics zote alikuwa ananipeleka.
Oh, nice.
Anaongea na daktari, anamuuliza maswali like kanafaa kukua hivi, kanafaa kufanya hivi. Like he used to ask for so much information. He used to accompany me kila mahali. Yeah, and then he was just so caring during that mini period. Sisemi that side he's not. Even now he's still caring, but that time I think because I'm carrying his baby, he used to be so cautious.
So cautious.
Yeah, and so loving.
Oh, that's nice.
I wouldn't complain.
That's nice.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
Men should support their wives during that.
They should. It's a very complicated period for a woman, especially kwanza the first time moms. This, okay, not just the first time. I believe ni pregnancy zote, they are never easy. But being pregnant is not easy. Hata tujamention hiyo ingine kwanza ya tunaelekea ya parenting, but being a first time mom, you're carrying a pregnancy for the very first time, it's not easy at all.
And men should support their wives.
They should.
You should support your woman because she needs that support.
Yeah.
And understand her during that period. Many actually, kuna watu nasikia they don't want to see their husband. Did that happen to you?
No, not really. In fact, I really wanted his time and attention more.
Nice.
I really wanted to spend time with him. His scent, I loved his scent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I used to find it weird. Yeah, I wanted to stay smelly, especially his beards. Akona beards. So, for some reason, it used to make me feel so good.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Wow. And we have come to the third trimester, and now we are about to go down.
Deliver the baby now.
About to go down and get this blessing. How are you preparing yourself for this baby?
The usual.
Both emotionally, even physically.
Emotionally, I wouldn't really say that I was
prepared.
No. You can never be prepared.
The people who just start preparing themselves, we just even start going maybe for counseling or something.
Okay, personally, I usually feel like emotionally, I thought I was prepared, but when a baby comes in the picture, you realize, wow, who better I wasn't prepared. So many things you just realize by the way, you're not there yet, but you learn in the job. Like when you're on the job, the hapo ndo unajuanga I can do this.
I think people can never be really prepared enough. You can never get to a point where you feel prepared enough. Sure. You just get into it and you're like, tusonge tukiendanga. Because if you wait for yourself to be prepared, you might never get there.
You might never. True. I agree with that.
Okay, and then there's this buying of baby stuff and all that. Did you know the gender of your baby?
Yeah, okay. Just this time, around 5 months, we decided to check our baby's gender. So, to decide, we are going to have a gender reveal party. And tukaenda tukapimwa, tukaambia the nurses, don't tell us the gender, just write it somewhere. We are going to give our friends watuangalie, and then they wataturevealia on our gender reveal. Acha nikwambia hata tukifika kwa gate ya hosi, tulikuwa tushachungulia tukaona ni boy. We were like, sasa tutaambia kina our friends are called G and Jackie. So we're like, sasa tutawaambia ama tuwadanganye tujaona. But tukaenda akaniambia he's a very honest man, so akaniambia hakuna haja, tuambie tu tumeni. We just called them, we have already checked. They were like, are you even serious? But it was so exciting. It was so exciting kuenda kuangalia the ultrasounds, ukienda kuangaliwa tu and you see your baby, you really want to knock and kana. Nikasema boy, I really wanted a girl. But Mungu anakupeana kenye anajua utawezana nayo. So Mungu aliona huyu msichana anahitaji boy. So akaniambia boy. Ken was so excited about the boy because he really wanted a boy.
Oh, nice. And now, when did you start preparing, maybe buying stuff for the baby and all that?
Around 7 months. Nilianza to buy a few baby stuffs. We went for the shopping in Ken pamoja, and then hizo ni za shop za Tao. Then nikaona stuff Karikomba to buy the mtush ones because you need the mtush na za shop. So I sent my mom. My mom was so supportive. Akaenda akanichukulia tu tunguo tuzuri twingi twa mtush. Yeah. Na a few vitu karai tu nini vitu tu. Yeah, and pia my stuff kama as a woman you need some stuff for yourself. So pia tulibai tunaken hapa biashara street.
Nice. Now let's come down to that day.
That day to start with nilikuwa nimechelewa na 1 week. Nilikuwa nimechelewa na 1 week. But for some reason I wasn't really worried, but I was really trying to do stuff that is a this labor. Nilingangana hizi stuff. And then on this day tumelala tu na Ken pale.
At night?
No. Ilikuwa around 2 p.m. mchana. Hiyo time sijui I think akonga business job yenye afanyanga inakuwa na busy season and then saa zingine inatulia. So on this time around July haikuanga busy season. Sasa nimechelewa na 1 week. So I'm starting to kukua sasa impatient. I'm like, haya katoto nini? Sikatoke na vile nimechoka. Tumekaa tu pale nikasikia shwa. Kauchungue I'm like, man hizi Brixtons zinashinda nikisikia. Nikaendelea kujilalia tu kidogo. Nasikia hiyo kitu tena. Tu cramps tu. Nikaanza kukua excited, nikaketi chini. Nikaanza kuambia Ken, mimi nasikia tu cramps. Hapo I used to joke about kupata labor kila wakati. Kama mimi nasikia tu cramps. Akaniambia maybe ni tu Brixton unapatanga tu. Tukarelax. Kokaka. Nakasikia tena. I'm like, uko sure? By then nilingojea nikasikia kama mara 5 nikamwambia hii ni labor inakuja. And then for some reason labor ikikuja you just know it is the one. You just know because haikujangi ati ile kiuchungu kinaanza tu mara moja. It's like cramps around your waist. Unaanza kusikia tu cramps very mild. Hata si kitu inaweza kusumbua, very mild. Unaisikia and then you're like yeah, must be the one. So tulikuwa tumedecide cause hosi yenye nilikuwa naenda ilikuwa mbali. Twende saa kwa our friends hao Gina Jackie. Walikuwa naishi mahali karibu na hosi. Tukadecide kwenda ku crash huko ndio in case the pay iongezeke sana tunaweza tuenda kwa hosi. Yeah, so tukaenda huko. By the time tutafika hosi kwanza Juliana nilikuwa nasema niende nipimo niko centimeter ngapi. Baada nikarealize hizi labors si eti ni too intense za kunipeleka kupimwa. I decided kwanza tuende kwa kinaji and then ikizidi sana nirudi hospitali. Yeah, so by the time tutafika hosi bado na feel kanaenda. And then I was so relaxed. But sasa it's time for me to eat. Juu sijui kanta taka hii pizza tena hivi vile naitaka. So they bought for me pizza tukielekea hivyo home. Yeah, so and each time tukaenda hadi tukapika sapa. Sasa hizo labor imepotea na ikapotea kabisa. Sasa hizo hata sisikii kitu sasa in fact nilianza kuambia ni kama iko labor, ni kama tu nikuanga na hallucinate or something, it wasn't really labor. Akaniambia uko sure? So that's around 10 hivi. Sina labor, niko sawa. So tukadecide let's just sleep. Kikuja sawa, ikikosa sawa. My dear, let me tell you sikulala. Sasa around 12 zikaanza sasa kuja back to back. So naanza kusikia hadi kufunga macho ni shida na feel saka pain. So nile staki kuamsha Ken immediately. Staki a get worried june alikuwa nasikia anasema hivi ndio huyo ameanza twende. I'm like hapana, relax, I'm okay. So it time nikajisikiza like for 1 hour nikihesabu. Kuna this app nilikuwa nimedownload ya count my contractions zina last for how long. So nikicount tu hivyo ikafika round 1 nikamwamsha nikamwambia Ken nimeanza kuzisikia sasa vizuri. Hizo contractions zinakuja. Sasa akaenda kaamsha jina wakanibeba wakanipeleka hosi. Mimi nafika hosi nikasikia mama mwingine ana deliver and she was really screaming. This lady traumatized me. Do you know my labor ilipotea kabisa. She traumatized me, nikaanza kulia. I started crying because I was like, what did I get myself into? Because she was screaming. Nasikia nasi stu anamwambia mama relax. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Labor ilipotea hapo. Nikaenda kiendanga. So I'm like asking Ken, afu ni time ya COVID yenye huko ni alawiwa mtu mwingine apart from your partner akwe na wewe. Nikaambia Ken mimi sitaki turudi home, mimi sitaki. So Ken ananiambia hapana, nitakukeep company, relax. Me already nalia, so tukaitwa mali waiting room ndio nipimo centimeters niko. Hiyo pain na feel naambiwa niko 2 centimeters. I'm like, are you guys serious? Niko serious ati 2 centimeters and nasikia hii pain. Aya wakataka kuni admit. Kaambia hapana, msini admit. Wacha nirudi home. In fact walikuwa nakwambia uende upimwe COVID ndio wako admit. So nikiwa napimwa COVID, labor bado zinanipeleka mbio. Lakini na imagine niko 2 centimeters naona before nifike 10 nitakuwa nimejionea maneno kwa hospitali, so acha nisilale. Nikarudi nikamwambia doki mimi by this time kwa admitiwa, let me just go home. Wakarudi tu na mimi home. In fact huyo doki nakumbuka akiniambia, jo alitupata mahali kwa bench nimelalia hivi Ken na tumeanza kulala tukausingizi kanakuja. Nikamwambia mama, kwa unalala unapata kausingizi, then uko sawa. Wewe rudi sasa hadi unashindwa kuongea. Saa zile unashindwa kulala, rudi hiyo wakati. So nilikaa nikajifikiria kana nasikia hivi saa hii, you mean nitafika point nishindwe kuongea na nishindwe kulala? Like kuna point hiyo inakuja. Kusikia hivyo acha mimi nianze kutense. But nikamwambia turudini home. So time I'm just trying to compose myself. Nile utakani kuonyesha watu that unasikia uchungu. Tukarudi, Ken akaingia kwa kitanda na akalala kabisa. They slept. Mimi nakumbuka sikulala. Nilizunguka hiyo room the whole time. I was just natembea from one corner to another na squat na simama juu siwezi lala. Those that pain hata siwezi taka tena. Okay, not that siwezi taka tena juu najua natamani tutoto bado, but it's one pain that mimi sidhani kuna pain greater than hiyo in life because it was so painful. So nikashinda huko nikibembelezwa. In fact my mom was calling me kila wakati akinibembeleza. I go to the hospital. So this time I'm having back to back calls. My mom and my mom-in-law my mom and my mom-in-law wananicall wakiniambia Mbuki enda hospitali. Utazalia kwa nyumba. Usikae kwa nyumba. Sasa hizo nawaambia vile zinakuja zikikuja. By that time Ken was even trying to talk to me. Naambia yangu ati nilikuwa namrushia macho ingine. Hadi watu wanakaa tu like GN zake walikuwa wanakaa kando, they are like huyu msichana acha tusimuongeleshe sasa hivi tunaweza kosana. By the nilikuwa feel kana anani-irritate hiyo time. Akitry kunisugua mgongo, yes nataka nisugue but bado sitaki anisugue. Like niko ngatua hapo, sitaki nataka kusaidiwa lakini sitaki. Afu for some reason when I was pregnant I had these cravings to sugary sana. So I really wanted juice na mkate imepakwa jam. Even when I was in labor. So nilikuwa naitisha hiyo, wananitengenezea na shindwa kuikula. At around 3 p.m. my mom alisema nitakuja huko because it was Lower Kabete. Nitakuja huko Lower Kabete kutoka Utawala na nitakutoa kwa hiyo nyumba. Sasa ndio nikaingia kwa gari. Sasa hizo my mother-in-law anapiga anatuambiaje juu tushamdanganya tuko posi. Haya, hello, niko Aga Khan, ninawangoja hapa maternity.
Shukisha.
Uko Aga Khan ndio tunatoka kwa nyumba. Ati hata ndio tuko waiting sijui nini tunamdanganya. Imagine tulimpata ametungojea hapo. Akituambia mlikuwa mnadanganya kwa nini, hebu ingieni mhudumiwe. Sasa hizo wamenisukuma niende nikaniniwe. Nikaangaliwe. So hiyo ilikuwa 3, 4 my mother-in-law tukiwa hapo 5 nikapimwa. I was 5 centimeters. I'm like surely kama all this pain I feel na niko 5 centimeters na lazima nifike 10, and then I'm just there begging them, please you guys, please don't induce me, msinieke maji tafadhali, cause stories nimesikia za kwa maji si za kawaida. So I'm just begging them, msinieke maji. Wakaniambia kama umejifikisha 5 centimeters wewe mwenyewe tutakuweka maji. So nikatembea tu. By the way, remember siku settle down, nilishinda nimezunguka huko. Ndio saa moja imefika, mami lodge ya curfew akaenda nyumbani. Juu yote ilikuwa around 8 ndio curfew. Akaenda nyumbani. So mimi na Ken tumebaki tu pale. Mimi nina dance. Naletewa chakula sikuli cause I was really puking. I had a running stomach. Sijui kanji ya labor. I was going to the washroom kila wakati, and each time I go to the washroom, contraction. Each time I go to the washroom, nikipuke, contraction. So I was like, hii ni kisanga gani nilijiletea? So your time Ken, oh my god, that guy. Do you know hata nikitaka kwenda washroom alikuwa ananipeleka hadi washroom na ananingojea, and then he helps me out of the washroom. So tukakaa hivyo. So there was this time around 9 p.m. wakakuja wakanitoboa maji because my water had not broken. Wakakuja wakani break kwa wenyewe, and oh my goodness, sijai feel kitu kaa hiyo. We uchungu ilikuja afterwards, and then I'm just begging them to give me painkillers. Wananiambia hakuna painkiller inaweza nisaidia, and then I think walinidunga tu kamaji kakunionyesha wamenisaidia, but hakuna kunisaidia, walinisaidia zilikuja back to back. So after like 15 minutes I'm like, you guys, I want to push. They're like, do you feel like pooing? You know, when you feel like pooing, that's when the baby is coming. I'm like, I'm not feeling that way, but kitu kwa akili yangu inaniambia mtoto kutoka anatoka. So I'm really crying. I'm like telling Ken tell them I want to push. Okay, si feel hiyo wenyewe wanasema kupupu, but I'm feeling kwa roho yangu nataka really mtu anakuja. So the midwife akakuja kaniambia, you know Annie, you need to relax. I'm like, I'm relaxed, but my baby is coming. Akakuja akanipima, suddenly kunipima akaanza kukimbia all over. Like ako all over the place. Akaenda kaita daktari, wakaanza kukuja wanajiprepare. Sasa I think for sure the baby was coming. Nilikuwa nasema. Yeah, so I started pushing. I pushed. I never pushed for long by the way. I pushed for so long. And the baby was there. And can you imagine Ken was there with me? Niki deliver.
Wow, nice.
He was helping me out to deliver. And alikuwa nikiambiwa ni push, alikuwa ananisaidia kuinuka kidogo. Alikuwa anakuwa instructions vile anaweza nisaidia. Yeah, he was there all along, and I thank God that alileta such a guy my way, because I usually feel like kama hangekuwa hapo it wouldn't have been easier. Yeah, ingekuwa harder than it was. So yeah, alinisaidia a lot. He was there through it all. Kutoka onset ya labor hadi mtoto akatoka. Mtoto kutoka hivi, I think alikuwa traumatized. Akatoka immediately. Akaenda I think make a few phone calls kuambia watu vile mtoto amefika. Yeah, so after that tulala naye hiyo siku. Tulala naye, good thing.
There's some men who say, hey, Mrs. Ingia, yo, whatever, Libaru and all that. How did you get there, and is it important?
For him apia kwanga ingie. Like, I don't know what changed, but in fact when I was in labor, I remember nikimwambia, you don't have to do this if you don't have the courage. But he was like, no babe, let me do this. Like, I want to be here with you guys. And that's how he ended up there, with pushing with me. We were pushing together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's a personal decision. Usiforce, like if you're a man una feel like yuko confident enough kukaa huko, usimforce. But if yeye mwenyewe anaweza kujitolea akwe anasema yeye anataka kuwa hapo for sure, pia usimkataze.
Those I feel, okay, I know it's a personal decision, but there's some men who mistreat their wives. I think those people should actually go to the labor room and see the struggle. I've never been to a labor.
You'll soon be there.
To a labor room. But I usually feel bad when men get to mistreat their wives. It's bad. Knowing that person actually getting married to you, it's a sacrifice.
It is.
Because you know that person, si ati ni kitu ingine alikosa kwa maisha angefanya. You know, it's just you guys, you get to love each other, and that person decides, you know what, I think I can settle down with you.
True.
So that is, ni lazima pia ujitolee ku settle down na mtu. Amjazaliwa na yeye, amjalelewa na yeye. A total stranger. You should respect these women, huh? You should respect these women.
True.
Now we have the baby, a bouncing baby boy.
Yeah.
How was it?
Tiny baby boy.
He was very tiny.
Alizaliwa na 2.8 kgs.
Ah.
So tiny. In fact, mimi nilikuwa nakaogopa. Kako kadogo. But then mimi tulika hosti like for 2 days, then we were discharged. We went home, mimi sikuwa naweza kumuosha. Sikuwa naweza kuosha mtoto kabisa. Ken ndo alikuwa anamuosha like for 2 months. The first 2 months babake ndo alikuwa anamuosha because I was so scared of him. I was like, na nikikaingiza kwa maji kapotelea hapo my goodness. And then nilikuwa na anxiety so much. You remember back in high school, did I ever mention that I had anxiety?
Yeah.
I used to mention, so this time ilikuwa heightened. To a point, when my baby aligrow, fast forward kidogo, I had to seek psychiatric help.
Oh.
Yeah. So, after tumetoka hosi, tunafika home, mimi nilikuwa nimeogopa mtoto wangu. Na sasa nimeanza hata kupata psychiatric help because I had this so much anxiety, postpartum anxiety. Mimi sikushika postpartum depression. In fact, for depression nimekuja kunishika huko. That's a story for another day. But nilikuwa na hiyo anxiety so much. I was afraid of my baby. I was afraid of hurting my baby. Nilikuwa naona mwili nimejiachilia kabisa. Nilikuwa na feel lost. Sikuwa najua anything to do with motherhood, being a wife. Like it was something so new to me. So nikakaa hivi. Ken was so supportive with the kid. Kalikuwa na colic kakiwa kadogo, ilikuwa na tumbo. He used to wake up with me. Tunashinda tumeimbiza mtoto usiku yote na yeye. Na mind the next day ako job, but he used to be so supportive. Alikuwa ni support, kuhandle mtoi, kuosha mtoi, like everything to do that kid. Kunipikia, juu mimi sikuanga na mama kunihioheria ile kupikia mama amepata mtoto. Ilikuwa time ya COVID. My parents ama his mother ama my mother hawakuwa wanaweza kuja juu ya COVID. So for me ni Ken na the younger sis alikuwa anakaa kwetu. Ndio alikuwa ananifanyia vitu zote, wananipikia, wananisaidia na everything. So yangu ilikuwa soft life, relax, kunyonyesha mtoto and trying to heal, to recover whatever I was feeling. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that he's a huge blessing. I would say that he's every lady's dream guy, but unfortunately he's mine. Yeah, so he really supported me. I wouldn't complain about him as a dad, and even as a lifetime partner, I wouldn't complain about him.
There's something he told me that naturally, or in most time, you get the women when they get pregnant or get children, they can get to gain weight. But in your case, it was different. What happened?
I'm not sure. Sijui kama ni genetics. Because hata my mama alikuwa ananiambia hata mtoi anakondanga. Especially my baby breastfeeds. Ile hata anashangaa mbona bado he seriously breastfeeds. Kanapenda kunyonya. So I think hata hiyo kunyonywa kila saa, alafu sijakuwa na hiyo appetite iko juu sana. So I think for me, instead ni none, naenda tu nikikaa tu na katu. In fact, hata vile niliza, I wasn't that huge. Sikuwa niyo mwili. And then pia with the postpartum anxiety, because niliingizwa into medication, pia imechangia for me to lose weight because feeding haiko as much.
Now you have 2 years of being a mother. How has it been?
It's a mix of everything. It's a mix of everything. Like you have a kid. Kwanza mimi nilikuwa zote at the same time. Nikakuwa mama, nikakuwa bibi
at the same time.
My daughter-in-law, I'm my daughter, I'm like everything. So you can imagine, I'm trying to figure out everything all at the same time. 2 years of being a mom, the first 6 months were the worst for me. But after 6 months, nikaanza sasa kuwa like, I can do this. Nikama naweza na sasa. So, I'll say imekuwa a fulfilling journey. At the same time imekuwa tough, imekuwa hard. But at the same time there's this love when you get your kid. Kuna hii love. Me by this do you feel that kind of love ever? Hata nikaa nishaiambia mtu nampenda that much. Si ile love niko nayo kwa that kid. Because as a mom, ile love unakuwa nayo kwa mtoto wako, it's so great. Sidhani kuna book ishai describe that kind of love, to be honest. It's so great. yeah, so having a little one there, you're taking care of your baby, and you're like, you just sit down and look at him doing his stuff, and you're like, oh my god, like yani Mungu alinipea tu aka. It's such a beautiful journey.
Wow, that's nice. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Tunangoja kingine.
Hebu mpate kitu kwanza and then mniulize hiyo swali.
Anyway, as you wind up, as you finish, what is that one thing that maybe you feel that you would have loved to talk about it and have not asked you?
Oh, about the parenting, about the marriage?
Any part of it.
I feel like this is a topic that we should expound on. It's not just a light topic by the way, ni kitu tunafaa ku expound on deeply. And pia unajua nikishare my journey and mtu mwingine pia anaweza figure out by the way I'm not in this alone. So yeah, ni kitu amwezi tu ongea in a day na mwezi.
Yeah, like right now we have talked. And we feel like we still have a lot to
There's
talk.
Still a lot like you can share about motherhood, about mental health during motherhood and pregnancy and marriage itself. Yeah, so it's something that you should really expound on. It's not just a light thing.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Yeah.
It's just that our time is a bit much gone, and we have to maybe call it a day.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll create some other time to talk on something more specific, like maybe you talk about the mental health, especially during pregnancy, after pregnancy, after getting the child and all that, especially the changes that you had to go through as a new mother. We need to get into details on that.
We need to.
Yeah, and I feel I'm so much thankful to you. Thank you so much for accepting to come over and having this chat. It's amazing. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for being part of this beautiful episode. I hope that you have been blessed, and I hope that you have also learned something. In case you're a new mother or you are expectant, I hope that you have taken some tips home. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned. I hope that you have learned something. You have learned one or two. And this is a whole new episode of Yes I Do, where we'll be getting stories from people sharing about their parenting journey, sharing about their love journey, sharing about family planning, sharing about anything that has to do with love and parenting and everything else. In case you have a question that maybe you would want us to talk about, or a topic that is of concern to you, you would want us to discuss, why don't you just comment down there and we'll see how we will work on that. So in case you have not subscribed, kindly make sure that you subscribe, and also recommend this channel to other people, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. My name is Wangedi Modoni. Till next time. Ciao.